What's up, guys? How you doing today? We're rocking out with Philly Dom on a late night. Couldn't sleep, so I said I'll do it live. And the question of the day is, could you live in another country for the rest of your life? Like, I grew up in the States and from the States, and definitely, I could live in another country for the rest of my life for sure. So I'm just talking on this late night out here in Playa, CARMEN, Mexico, and I want to know if you could live in another country for the rest of your life, and what country would you like to live in? I spend half of my time outside of the country, U.S. anyway, so that question to me is like almost like a rhetorical question. I can definitely spend the rest of my life in another country. I mean, I lived in Mexico, I spent some time in Belize, I've been in some other countries, so I'm here on a late night. What's up, Fox? What you up to, man? Widows Cave, Orso. What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I'm up here on the late night, man. I figured I'd talk tonight. I couldn't get no sleep. I wasn't tired. Thanks for the likes, guys. I greatly appreciate it. And the question of the day is, could you live in another country for the rest of your life? Cool, working. Oh, you working? That's what's up, Fox. Working that late night shift. Nothing wrong with that, man. Got to get that paper, man. How's everything going with you, Fox? How's everything going? Yeah, so I just brought up a topic today for us to talk about. Could you live in another country for the rest of your life? Fox, could you live in another country for the rest of your life? Let me know. I know I definitely could live in another country. I travel so much and I've seen so much that the United States is a good place, but other places have their own qualities too. Fox said, yes, sir. I want to get my Colombian citizenship. I don't blame you for that, man. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, it's cool to be in some other country, even if you just in the U.S. half of the time. That's cool too. The U.S. is good for one thing: you can make money there, so that helps you out with a lot of different situations. You can definitely make money there, but there's so many countries out there. They have so many wonderful things like Colombia, El Salvador, Jamaica, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Spain, Portugal, Germany. So I mean, I would tell anybody, even if like if they're from the States or Europe or something, I would tell them to at least live, if they had an opportunity to live a year in another country. Even if it's just for 1 year, I think that every human being should leave their country and live in another country for at least a year, so they can see what's going on. Thank you guys for the likes, greatly appreciate it, because that would just give you a great feel. Fox said I sent you a message on Instagram. You did? Let me check now, man. I got my little iPad here. Let me check. Yeah, man. Let me check, man. I was watching that fight today with Dante Wilder and stuff. What you say on the message? Going in and out. Oh, you said I'm going. You're going in and out. Oh, the signal, man. The signal. Yo, Fox, resend that message on Instagram. I'm looking at it. Oh, let me see something. Oh, I got it now. Okay, I see the message. Yeah, you definitely got to do that month in El Salvador, man. Whoa, who won? What's the name? One man, Wilder won. He knocked him out, man. It was an alright fight. It was more technical. It was more of a technical fight. It was more of a technical fight. But Wilder knocked him out with one punch. And I think in like the 6th or the 7th round, man. But it was a good fight, man. Luis Ortiz is a tough fighter, man. Yeah, I see you said you might do a day in Panama or do a month in El Salvador. You definitely want to do something in El Salvador, man, because not many people know about that country. Like I said, it's one of the best kept secrets in Central America and probably the world. I'm not gonna lie to you. Alaskan Pat, what's good? Alaskan Pat, how you doing? That's what's up. He changed it now to Alaskan Pat. I'm doing good, Pat. I'm out here chilling, man. Then Fox said, it's looking bad in Colombia right now. I know, man. I've seen the videos and stuff. It's going crazy in Colombia right now. Then Pat said, I'm chilling. Glad to see you chilling, Alaskan Pat. Alaskan Pat is in the building. So, Pat, when do you go to Alaska, man? Pretty soon? Shoot, even going to Alaska is like living in another country. Yeah, I just did a stream. I wasn't even supposed to do one tonight. I couldn't sleep, Pat, so I was like, let me do one. Alaska Pat said June 8th. Yeah, you're going really soon. You're going to be all right. It's going to be a little chilly up there. It's going to be a little chilly, but you're going to be all right. The motto is you're not alone in Alaska. So you'll be working with a whole bunch of people, especially you with the machine. We call China the machine. So you're with the machine, man. It's always going to be a lot of people working there. So you're going to be all right, man. You're going to be all right. Alaskan Pat. But Pat, if you can, could you live in another country and not go back to the United States to live ever again? I mean, you can still go to visit. Would you do it? Alaska Pat said, I'm trying to hook up with a Serbian woman in Alaska. Don't worry. There's plenty of them there. Then Fox said, people and police have been killed and injured. I know, yeah, in Colombia, I've seen it. And I heard they closed the borders. It's getting pretty rough. What I heard was the situation was that school, they stopped the funding for the college students, man. They went berserker. They stopped the funding for the college students. So the college students went crazy. And then Alaskan Pat said, repeat the question. No, Pat, I was asking, Alaskan Pat, I was asking, could you live in another country for the rest of your life besides the United States? You could come back to visit, but you would be living like, Germany, maybe even Serbia, but another country for the rest of your life. Could you do it? I said I could. I'm doing it now, and I'm always traveling, and most of the time I'm not even in the U.S. Well, Pat said, yes, that's what's up, man. And could you guys get this video? Like I see a lot of people watching. Could we get likes for the video? I greatly appreciate it. If we can get some likes, I'm greatly appreciating it. We can get some likes. I could do Vietnam. Yeah, Vietnam seemed cool, man. That it was a YouTuber. Thanks guys for the likes. There's a YouTuber. His name is Ace Live. He's over in Vietnam and Thailand and all that. Man, he was doing a lot of videos over there. He make the place look cool, man. He make the place look real cool, man. He's doing a good job out there with his videos, man. Ace Live. Shout out to Ace Live. He said I could do Vietnam, yeah. So Pat, you like Asian women then? And Fox, that's crazy, man. What's going on in Colombia? Hope they get that under control. They better get them college students their funding, man. But they ain't playing no games. Williams, could you live in another country yourself? Could you live in another? Yeah, I do it now. Most of the time I'm in Mexico. When I'm not in the States, I'm in Mexico. So I spend half of my time in Alaska and the other half in Mexico. So I'm doing it right now. I can live in another country with no problem. It just have to be a place that I like. What about you, Williams? But you live in another country for the rest of your life? You can still come back to the States or wherever you're from. You can always come back and visit, but you would actually be living in another country. What Fox say? Fox said, it's school funding changes. Okay, the pension plans not honoring the agreement with the forces. This is several things that caused it. They were the last country to close their borders. Wow, that's crazy what's going on in Colombia, but they got to get that under control. Then Williams said, "Do you have any specific place in mind?" Yeah, I know definitely I could live in Mexico because I've been living here, and Playa CARMEN would be perfect for me. And I lived in Tijuana, everybody knows that. But it'll be El Salvador or Colombia, or I can live in Europe. I definitely can live in Europe, somewhere like Eastern Europe, where it's a little cheaper at on the dollar. I can live like in Eastern Europe, but I like Central America because my son is in this Central America, so that'll keep me close to where he's at. So El Salvador, I guess that would be the number one place right now. If I lived outside of the country, permanent, permanent, it would be El Salvador. And I'm sure that I would like some African countries too as well, if I got a chance to go there and check them out as well. And then Fox said they allowed too many Venezuelans in their country. Yeah, I saw that when I was down there, Fox. When I was down there a couple months back, it was like, man, like everybody you met, like I'm literally not even joking. Maybe like out of every 10 people you met, 3 or 4 of them were from Venezuela. Yeah, that caused problems too. You're right about that, having all the Venezuelans there. Then Pat said, I moved around retirement age though. He said, I'll move around retirement age though. Yeah, I hear you, Pat. He said, when you retire, you'll do it. Yeah, that's cool, man. But you know, Mexico is cool. Like, if anybody, and nobody, I can't even get it out right. Did anybody know that the most expats outside of the United States live in Mexico? So most Americans that retire or choose to leave America live in Mexico. Mexico has the strongest U.S. expat population in the world. Well, it makes sense because it's our next door neighbor, and it's cheaper and definitely warmer than Canada. Man, but that's sad what's going on in Colombia. That's unbelievable. Can we guys get this video like? I greatly appreciate it if you guys get a video like. That would really, 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 really help the channel. But yeah, that's the topic for today, man. I'm just interested to ask some people, see if they what they would say regarding that. And what countries, guys? Let me know some of the countries. What countries would you guys live in if you had the opportunity to live in? Everybody pick a country. What country would you? I said El Salvador for me. But what country would Alaskan Pat would you like to live in if you could live outside the country? What country? Fox? What country? Williams? What country? And whoever else is watching, what country? The one thing I can say about the U.S., you can make good money there that you probably couldn't make in a lot of these other countries, but they still, every country has its special quality. So guys, let me know what Fox say. This is one of my big complaints made by Colombians is they can't find work because of them. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but maybe it is true. Maybe it is true. And Mrs. Grace, hi. I just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. I'm Jamaican and I love Alaska. I'm in a I'm in boring Florida. Where you at in Florida, Mrs. Grace? Where you at in Florida? I used to live there, man. I used to live in West Palm Beach, and I lived in Dade County, Miami. Where do you live at in Florida? Do you know what Jamaicans in Alaska? I met a couple Jamaicans in Alaska, in Anchorage. Just to let you know, the Alaska Pass said there are many countries, but right now it has to be the U.S. for work purposes. Yeah, I agree with you, man. That's where everybody can make the money at. Fox said Colombia is where I will be living soon. I hear you, Fox. I can't even complain. I know about Colombia. Man, you're picking a solid place to live, man. They just got to get over that little riot issue, but they'll get over it soon. Mrs. Grace said, I'm from South Florida, the Treasure Coast. All right, I know where you're at. So you're, okay, I know where you're at. So you're a little above, are you in West Palm Beach or a little above West Palm Beach? And then, because I went to school in Boca Raton, I graduated from FAU back in the day. The Alaska Pass said, if another country gives me work, then I can make them move. They could, but you know, it's like when you go to another country, you gotta get citizenship and you gotta get work papers to work legally in that country, unless you have your own business. Or if you work online, you can work online from another country. Then Alaska Pass, okay. Alaska Pass said, Miss Grace, how are the twins do you go to? How? How often do you go to Alaska? Alaskan Pat is asking Miss Grace, how often do you go to Alaska? Then Mrs. Grace said, oh, West Palm Beach used to be, ha ha ha. Port St. Lucie. I know where you at. I know exactly where you at. Well, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And Alaska Pat said, often. Then Fox said, I will work in the States 6 months out of the year and live in Colombia the other 6 months. That's my plan. That's what I'm doing, man. Work in the States 6 months and then the other 6 months travel and do this YouTube thing. And then we got D. D said, Philly champ. What's good, fam? I'm chilling, man. D, what you up to, man? Today we talking about would you live in another country? And what country would you live in? Could you move out of the US or wherever you're from and live in another country and stay there permanently? What country would you pick if you had an opportunity to live in another country? Where would you live, D? Let us know. Then Fox said, my goal is to go to every country on my DNA list. Wow, that's deep. I might have to do one on the DNA list that somebody should travel. Do a video on that to every country on their DNA list. Wow, that's what's up, Fox, man. You're an interesting dude. That's what's up. And then Alaskan Pat said, that's a good plan, Fox. Yeah, wow. He said every country that's on your DNA list. Wow. So you did ancestry.com? So Fox, I assume you did ancestry.com. Then Mrs. Grace said, been to Alaska once and it was awesome. Alaska's a beautiful place, man. I worked there like 6 months of the year. It's a step up from Den, Florida. Since I'm from Jamaica, I moved to America. I only love Hawaii and Alaska. Sound like you need to be on the West Coast. But yeah, Alaska's nice. Alaska's real nice. And then Fox said, I'm a little wary of going to countries that don't speak English or Spanish. No, you'll be all right, man. You'll be all right. Because usually in most countries, a lot of people speak English, so you'll be all right, Fox. You know, just get on before you go to the country, you know, get online, whatever, find out what the language they speak. Try to learn like basic phrases like hi and bye or something. Then we got Mike K in the building. Mike K, what's up, man? Hi, Philly. I'm chilling, man. Chilling like a villain, man. I'm out here and what you call it, man? Playa CARMEN. I ain't gonna be here much longer. I'm going south pretty soon. Oscar Platt said, okay, Mrs. Grace. Then Mike K said, I'm now in Escondido, California. Yeah, I know Escondido right near San Diego. I know, I love Escondido is nice. And you got the casinos there, a bunch of casinos. That's what everybody do. They hang out at them casinos, you know, Escondido. in that area, they got a bunch of casinos. And Fox said, yes. And then Mike said, how is Playa de Carmen? Playa de Carmen is going good. Playa de Carmen is going good. And yes, Mike, I got new glasses. I got these glasses from Playa de Carmen, matter of fact. I got glasses from Playa de Carmen. And then Fox said, it's going to be easy there. Only like 5 other countries, like Las Las. What's your DNA? Where did you find out where you're from? So like where's your DNA from? What countries? That'd be interesting. Let us know real quick. Then Mrs. Grace said, I speak Spanish with my friends. I like Mexican and Puerto Rico too. Hey, Grace, you should check out Puerto Rico since you're right there in West Palm Beach, man. Jump on a plane, go to Puerto Rico. That's a hop and skip away. And then Alaska, that's a hop and skip away, Mrs. Grace. And then Alaska Pat said, are you going to take a DNA test, Philly? Yeah, I should do it one of these days. I'm going to do Ancestry.com. Probably when I get back to the States, I could do one. Or sometime I'll try to do one pretty soon. So I like to know what my background is. I would love to know what my background is. Obviously, I'm Black, so I know family from the South and United States. So it'd be interesting to see. But if I had to take a guess, I think my family's from somewhere in West Africa. And then D said, when are you going to go to Kenya, Philly? I'll go one of these days, man. It'll probably be not this year coming up, 2020, or maybe 2021. I'll figure it out, man. Just, it's all about the money. Once the money situation is right, it's easy to travel. So, and also I want to do a little bit of research, and I want to try to time it. Maybe I can try to go with my friend in Iowa, because he's from Kenya. Maybe I can try to go one time when he's going back home to visit his family or something. I could go with him. But I'll figure it out. But Africa is definitely on the hit list, and that's a place I definitely want to go. And I'm sure there's some countries there that I wouldn't mind living there for a long period of time as well. D, what country would you want to visit or live at for an extended amount of time? Let me know. And I know we got Mrs. Grace here, and she said she like Mexico. Grace, you should come down to Playa de Carmen. It's right near Cancun. You should check it out. You'll definitely like that. Mrs. Grace said, can you see yourself living in Alaska forever? I could live in Alaska. Definitely. It's a beautiful place. I like Cordova, Alaska, and Kodiak, Alaska. It's an island off the coast of mainland Alaska. It's real nice. I could actually live in Alaska for the rest of my life. I could see myself living in Alaska. But it's just my son is here in Belize, so I'm trying to be in an area close to where he's at. But I can definitely live in Alaska. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful place. Mike K said Philly, Iowa is in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, I saw that from the videos. And he's doing a whole East Coast thing. He's on a whole East Coast thing. I mean West Coast, my fault. He's on a West Coast thing. Could we get a video like guys? I greatly appreciate it. And then we got D, I want to live in Seychelles Islands later in my life. D, where is that at? You have to break that one down for me. That went over my head. Where's that at? Where's that at? The Seychelles Islands. Let me know where that's at. And then Mike K said, mine keeps misleading US. He told us that he was traveling to Thailand. He's gonna go. He probably, got his ticket. He gotta wait, but he's definitely gonna go to Thailand. I saw that because he likes the Asian world, so I know he's definitely gonna be there soon. Fox said okay, guys. Fox said he did a DNA test, so he's Nigerian, Spain, Sierra Leone, Indian, in that order from highest to lowest percentage. That's what's up, Fox. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I'm definitely doing. Did you go on ancestry.com? How'd you do it? Then Mrs. Grace said, okay, the people in Belize speak Patois too. Don't they speak Spanish too? Yeah, a percentage of the people in Belize do speak Spanish because they're surrounded around different Spanish speaking countries, so they do speak Spanish, but yeah, they do speak like a dialect like similar to your Jamaican patois. And they love reggae, they love dancehall. I mean, when I'm in Belize, I feel like I'm in Jamaica, man. Like they love dancehall, they love reggae, man. And a lot of them can't speak Spanish. Not everybody, but a lot of them can. The shell, okay, then D to the shell is in the Indian Ocean. All right, I'm gonna do some research on that. Thank you about that. You educated me with that. Thank you so much, Fox. Then Alaskan Pat said, I hope when I take my DNA test, it says that I'm 100% African American. Lots of laugh. Well, you be mixed up with some. Oh, my heritage.com. Okay. MyHeritage.com. All right. Yeah, I might have to hit you up, Fox, on that one. Get the details. How much did it cost for the test? I'm sure everybody here want to know. How much did you have to pay to get the test done? And what you had to do? Did they have to get blood, or you had to get saliva? What you had to do? This is interesting stuff, Fox. This is some very interesting stuff you're telling us. Okay. Then Fox said, Alaskan Pat, if you were born in America, there's almost 100% chance that won't happen. And then Grace said, Alaska Pat, you're one thing new, all mixed up. Yeah, everybody's mixed up. Grace is right. Everybody's mixed up. Then Pat said, no, I was in Trinidad. No, I was in Trinidad, but grew up in America. Then Fox said about $100 and it was saliva. All right, I'm gonna definitely do it. That's what's up. I'm gonna do one for my little son too. I like to know what he's mixed up with too, because his mom is like black Indian. She looks all mixed up. Then Fox said it's about 79 now. Okay, that's what's up. Alaska Pat said I'm born in Trinidad. Trini, my child. And then Mrs. Grace said, Alaska Pat, you might got Indian then. Yeah, because a lot of people from Trinidad got Indian in them. That's a melting pot country right there. A lot of people are mixed up there. A lot of people are mixed up there. Alaska Pat, you might got Indian in it then. Oh, yeah. Spin the Alaskan Pat. Mrs. Grace, probably. Then Mike said, okay, how long have you been in Playa, CARMEN? Been here for a couple of weeks. I went to San Diego for a week to take care of some stuff, San Diego and LA, because I had a job interview that I had to do from the States. They demanded I did the interview in the States, so I went up there to go do the interview. But my trip is done in Playa, CARMEN, man. I'm making my way to Belize and El Salvador by Wednesday or Thursday. I'll be in Belize or El Salvador. Did they hire you? No, man. I ain't get no feedback yet. I called them. They said they were still making a decision. Give them a couple more weeks. And D said, how are the Mongols in Alaska, Philly? Oh, mangoes. You talking about a mango like they eat a mango? Okay, sorry. I didn't eat it. I didn't eat a mango, so I don't know. And then Fox said, I plan to go to Nigeria next year. Then Alaska Pat said, lots of laughs. I'm not in Alaska yet. Yeah, you're gonna like Nigeria, Fox. Nigeria's a cool place. Everybody go there say they like it. Say it's a wonderful place. So you're gonna definitely like that. But D, you had asked about the mango. I didn't eat no mangoes when I was in Alaska. Just bananas. They really don't have fruit like that. They have to get it shipped in. But I didn't eat no mangoes. I ate a lot of bananas. The bananas they were all right. It wasn't like the bananas in the States. Then Alaska Pat said I start working in Alaska. He starts working January 8th with Trident. Alaska Pat, where they have you at? Where you gonna be working at? Where you gonna be working at again? What place in Alaska? What's the area called again? Okay, Mike K said the CEO of Nigerian Airlines got indicted by the U.S. for money laundering. Wow, that's crazy. And D said, Phil, you ain't gonna see females. I don't know, man. When I'm up there, I'm working, so I ain't really deal with too many females out there like that. But yeah, if you ask them, they got pretty females and they cool chicks out there. Alaska surprised me, man. You got a lot of chicks in the Philippines out there. There's a big Filipino population. There's a big Mexican population out there. Of course, you got your white people, you have your black people. Alaska's all mixed up, man. And then you have the native Alaskans. But the females are pretty, man. It'll shock you. It'll shock you. When my first time going to Alaska to work, I didn't know what to expect. When I got out there, I was like, man, this place is cool. And definitely the scenery is unbelievable. But you asked about the females, they pretty. They have pretty females out there. But in most places in Alaska, it's so many. Like I worked in a place called Cordova, Alaska. It literally was like 10 to 1. So 10 guys to like 1 female. So it was not good numbers for guys out there. And then Alaska Pat said St. Paul. Okay, I know you're gonna be at. Then Mrs. Grace said Alaska Pat, congratulations. Congratulations, Pat, man. I'm happy you got that job, man. I'm happy I could be a part of that to help you get that job. But God is good all the time, you know what I mean? Alaska Pat said, thank you, Mrs. Grace. Alaska Pat said, lame old D. Then Mike said, Philly, were you able to find a girlfriend in Alaska? No, I wasn't able to find a girlfriend in Alaska. I worked too much. I got a couple friends up there, but I worked too much. The job that we work in the seafood industry kept us busy, but I did meet a couple friends. That's part of the reason why I'm going to Serbia, because I met some chicks from Serbia and they invited me out there, so I'm definitely gonna see them. And I got some guy friends out there as well. Then Alaska Pat said, God is good all the time. You know it, Chant. Glad I could be a part of that, man. I'm happy that you got the job, man. And now this is the beginning, man, because you can get so many type of jobs working out there in Alaska, man. Because it's like a network of connection. When you go there to work, it's your first assignment. People done worked on fishing boats before. People done worked on the oil rigs. It's just everybody be communicating among each other, man. It's a good thing, man. And plus, Alaska opens you up to a whole different world, man. Alaska is a part of the United States, but it's not the same as the United States. They handle stuff and do stuff a little different than we do in other parts of the country. If I said interesting fact, but did you know that Sierra Leone is giving people citizenship based on DNA tests? I wish other countries did that. Yeah, Sierra Leone, they smart. So if you have this, so if they do test your DNA and you have and you're from that country or that region, they'll give you citizenship. That's cool, man. Because Sierra Leone would be a good place to live. And then Alaska Pat said, did you know Russia owned Alaska? Yeah, it's a lot of Russians in Alaska. There's a lot of descendants of generations of Russian families still there, because I worked in Cordova, Alaska, and they have like how we have the Amish in the United States. They have these Russians, and they dress up in like little Amish clothes, and they're Russian. You'll know because the way they dress and the hats they wear, and they speak Russian and everything. And they said they're of Russian descent, and they're all over Alaska. He has a lot of people from Russia there. Privyets. And then D said Alaska Pat used to party at the Onion on Ground Ave back in the day. Alaska Pat used to party. D said Alaska Pat used to party at the Onion on Grand Ave back in the day. Know what he's talking about? Then Fox said they got their citizenship and passport in a few days. That's what's up. Then we got expat at large. Expat at large is in the building. What's up, expat at large? How you doing? I guess you can. He said, "What's good, Philly? Everything is good, man. Everything is good, man. Still in Playa, Carmen. I'll be leaving for Belize and El Salvador by Wednesday." Yeah, you see the topic today? You want to know if you could live in another country for the rest of your life. I don't even have to ask you this because you're already living in Mexico, so you already answered that. You can. I know expat at large can live in another country for the rest of their life. And if you had to pick a country to live in, what other country besides Mexico, expat at large, would you like to live in? I know you've been in the Philippines and you've been to a lot of countries, but what country would you like to live at if you could live there? Let us know, expat. I've been between here and the Philippines since 2005. What made you stop going to the Philippines? Like, because most people like to live there. You lived in the Philippines for a certain amount of time, right? Fox said, "I'm going to take years to get my Colombian passport." It's going to take years to get my Colombian passport. Oh yeah. And then Mrs. Grace said, "I heard Singapore is good too. Never been there. Maybe one day I'll get to go there. But yeah, I heard it's good too. You're right, Mrs. Grace. Definitely." Expat at large said, "No, I'll still go." Oh, yes, right. Your wife's still over there. You did say that, but her papers are in process. Yeah, you did say that. And Alaska Pat said, Mrs. Grace heard the same thing. Expat at large, have you ever been to Singapore? So I know you like probably the most traveled out of all of us. Then Fox says Singapore. I have the same, I heard the same, but it's expensive. Well, it's very expensive to be in Singapore, huh? Okay. I heard the same thing, man. I didn't know it was that expensive, but expat at large, what do you know about this? Because I mean, you a big traveler. You've been over to the Asian world, so you ever stopped through Singapore? Hmm. Expat at large said, "I do not like Singapore, but it's expensive, but not like Japan or Korea though. The food is awesome." Cool. That's cool. Why you didn't like Singapore? The people, what was it that made you not like Singapore? Talk to us. Talk to us, expat at large. Talk to us. Okay. You said, "I do not like it." Okay. I understand. You said you don't really got no reason why you don't like it. You just don't like it. Some places are like that. Huh? There's people like, just don't like the place. That's like me with Nicaragua, man. It's not really bad about the country. I just don't like the place. But I think this time when I'm down in Central America, I'm gonna go to the coast. Because I spent most of my time when I was in Nicaragua in Managua, the capital city, and I don't know, man. It just didn't have a good vibe to it. And then Alaska Pat said he likes it. Oh, I do like it. I'm crazy, man. I gotta take off these sunglasses. Expat at large said I like it. My fault, man. I apologize, expat. And then thanks, Pat. Alaska Pat said lots of love. So you do like it, it's just expensive. Got you. And then Fox said it makes sense. Singapore has the strongest passport. Oh, they have the strongest passport, so they can go to most countries. That's what's up. And then I thought you were smoking that good. Lots of laugh. No, you can't get that good here, man. All the good stuff the Mexicans ship to the States. They got this regular stuff here. And Alaska Pat said, facts. And then Alaska Pat said, the strongest passport in the world. Man, I love having these talks with you guys because we all bring something to the table and I learn something new every time. I did not know that Singapore had the strongest passport in the world. Did not know that. Did not know that. Learn a new thing every day. Well, who has the second strongest passport? I'm about to Google that one. Who has the second strongest passport? I can't believe they had the strongest passport. What country has the second strongest passport? Then Grace said, I just saw Google Cordova. Do you fly into get there or you can drive? No, you have to fly because the bridges, they had bridges back in the day, but they collapsed. So it's only way you can get in is by boat or fly. And Mrs. Grace, if you want, Google me, my name, Philly Dom. I did a couple videos there. I'm laughing. I was there for a couple months. I did a lot of videos in Cordova, Alaska. That's a real nice place. That place is amazing. This is great. I did some videos there. You can check them out. I always do the streets of Cordova or wherever I'm at. So you can check it out. It'll give you a little, feel and understanding of the town. But that's a beautiful place. Cordova, Alaska is like America's like secret place that nobody knows about. Then Fox said their passport is ranked #1. That's what's up. And then Alaska Pat said Japan. Especially Laura said you fly into Cordova. The expat at large said they do have a ferry, but it doesn't run in the winter though. Yeah, they do have a ferry. Yeah, you can get in by boat or fly. The roads are done. Not the road, but the bridges to get there collapsed. And they wanted the city of Cordova to fix them. And the Alaskan town didn't, not Alaska, but the government of Alaska didn't want to do it. They wanted the city to do it. So there's no road to Cordova. Then Fox said, I can't remember, but U.S. is tied for 7th or 10th place. All right, that's what's up, man. Thanks for the facts, Fox. Then Miss Grace said, okay, I will. I went to Fairbanks. Oh, yeah, you had a good time in Fairbanks then. And anybody know that Fairbanks, the weather gets up to like 80 and 90 in the summertime. It's crazy. People think that Alaska don't get warm weather, but they get warm weather. This summer up there, when I was up there, man, it was scorching hot a couple of days. I thought I was in Miami. Then Alaska Pass said the government slashed the ferry in winter because of the low ridership. Yeah, they did. You're right about that. But guess what, expat at large? Right now, they're trying to remove the ferry completely. They're trying to take it out. They're trying to stop it completely all over Alaska. I don't know if the bill was passed yet, but they were talking about it when I was up there in Cordova. Then Fox said, I'm going to get a lot of footage next week from Minneapolis. Expat at large said, yeah, true, but that won't happen. I know they was talking about it, but they got to vote for everything, so they'll try to hold it. Miss Grace said, so I feel right at home in that heat, ha ha ha. Yeah, in the summertime, but the wintertime in Alaska is brutal, man. It's cold, but It's doable. I grew up in Philly, and when I worked up there in the wintertime, it was freezing, but you adapt to it, you know what I mean? And it snowed all the time, but it was cool. The next Expeditor said people need to go to Anchorage for supplies and medical. Yep, he's right about that. If you live like in Cordova, Alaska, Expeditor was saying like, yeah, everybody has to, from Cordova, they don't even have births there. Like if a female is pregnant, she has to go somewhere else to have her baby. They don't have a hospital suitable for them to have babies in Cordova, Alaska. So yeah, but if they need anything, they have to go to Anchorage because Cordova, Alaska is really small. It doesn't have a Walmart or anything. It has one little grocery. It has it's an Alaskan company. I forget the name of it. It's like equivalent to a Walmart. They have that and that's it. But you can't buy clothes and stuff there. You have to go to Anchorage. Then Expect the Lord said, hey Dom, did you try the pizza in Cordova? Yeah, I did. I know the owner. It's a guy that has a pizza shop there. I did a video with him. His pizza is pretty good, man. The pizza in Alaska is pretty good. Especially one is a place in Anchorage that I went to that's well known for their pizza. The expat at large said one of the best pizzas I ever had. Oh yeah, the pizza's good there. And I know the owner right now in Cordova that has a pizza place there. If I say you guys should put Minnesota on your travel list and get some good hot dishes, I'll try it out. Yeah, I went to Minnesota, but I told I went to Hinckley, Fox. I was in Hinckley, Minnesota. We used to go up there for the fights, the boxing fights at the casino. Expat at large said, also, I liked to go to grocery stores next door, like a small Costco. Yep. And then I also, guys, when I was in Alaska, I worked in Kodiak. Man, I love Kodiak, man. It's an island, man. It's nice, man. Nice. Good food, good people, good everything. Good old Kodiak, Alaska. Shout out to Kodiak. Shout out to Kodiak, Alaska. And also, okay, expat at large said Kodiak. You spend money though, yeah. Kodiak is expensive, man. You ain't lying about that. Well, all of Alaska is expensive. The bars, the restaurants, everything, man. Everything is pricey, man. We was getting sandwiches when I was in Kodiak and Cordova, Alaska for $20. Like, a sandwich that you would get like at a Subway, but we're talking like not a Subway, but like a mom and pop spot. And the sandwiches were $20, man, like for ham sandwiches or turkey or whatever type of sandwich, man. It's expensive. Expat at large is right. Kodiak, Alaska is very expensive, man. Because everything has to be shipped in. They have the Coast Guard base. I think they have the second largest Coast Guard base in the world or something like that. I mean, in the United States. And then Fox said the only bad thing is you have to go to someone's house to get hot dishes because they don't sell them in stores or restaurants. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy, Fox. Thanks for that information. Thanks for that information. Thanks for that information. I learn something every day. And the Express said B or B. And then Alaska Pass said, I'm trying not to spend money in Alaska, only save lots of life. No, you'll be all right, man. Just like I said, stay away from the bars. Stay away from what else could I tell you to stay away? Stay because in Alaska, everybody goes to the bars and hang out and just try to eat try it where you work at. Don't do like we did. We used to go out sometimes to different restaurants because sometimes you do get tired of the cafe. I mean, not the food from the cafeteria. It's not nasty or anything like that. It's definitely edible, and they have some good dishes. But I don't know. Sometimes you just want something different, man. And then all the little mom and pop shops there, little restaurants got good food in them places. But if you stay away from the bars and restaurants, and you should be pretty much okay. So you can save that money. That'll be a little discipline up there, but you'll be all right. You're a solid dude, so I know you'll be all right. The Fox said, I love my state. Yeah, I don't blame you, Fox. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I love Pennsylvania, and I know you love your place too. Alaska Pat said, what's the longest contract you worked? Oh, man, 6 months? I worked a contract for 6 months. That's when I was in Kodiak. I was there for a minute, man. I was there like half of the year, and I went there in January. January, February, March, April, May. Like late May, I left. But I was there for a minute from like early January, like January 7th. So January, February, March, April, May, 5 months. It was like a 6 month contract, but I did like 5 months. And I would say it was more than 6 months because what I did was I worked for one of the companies they had there in Kodiak, and then after that, I took off for a month with the Belize, and I went back, and then I worked June, July, August, September. I worked 4 months. So altogether that year, I might have worked like almost 9 months in Alaska. But besides the month of May, I went down to Belize for a month to check on my son and some other stuff. And then Alaska Pat said, what's the pros and cons working that 6 months con? Well, the pros is you're going to definitely make more money because you're there for a while. And something negative about it was that sometimes you might get homesick, you might want to go home, or you might not be comfortable with all the people you're working with. But I've never really had them problems. Other people have. I always find good people to hang around. I ain't have no problem. But I mean, sometimes when you're working up there night and day and every day, at 6 months, your body really start breaking down and everything. So you be sore because you're working a lot of hours. So sometimes you just need a break. So the plus is that you'll make a lot of money if you're up there for a 6 month contract. And the negative is that eventually, because the work is so demanded on your body, that your body gets sore and breaks down, that you need a little bit of time off. So 6 months is like, it's a good place. It's a good place for you to be in, Pat. You'll make good money. Then expat at large said, Dom, have you ever thought about other seasonal jobs like Yellowstone or Big Sky in Montana? I definitely want to try to get with Big Sky one of these times because they make that place sound like the best place in the world. If I can find some information on there and talk to them, I would definitely try to get with Big Sky in Montana. I know the one YouTuber's name is something Ward. I think he's working in Big Sky in Montana right now. I call him Mr. Ward, but he's Timothy Ward, and he does other seasonal jobs like that, and he works in Montana. But I definitely wouldn't mind working in Big Sky. The next Pat Laura said, Pat, if you sign for St. Paul, you won't do 6 months. That's sorry, yeah, Timmy Ward. Yep. Good YouTuber, man, does good things. Then yeah, so Pat, what you gonna have to do, Pat said, from the videos I've seen, all they do is stand on their feet. Yeah, you're gonna stand for hours and hours working. Yeah, you'll be standing on your feet hours and hours and hours and hours of work, man. But Pat, when you get there, man, you have to politic with people because it's probably like 2 or 3 months you're gonna be working there. But tell them you don't want to go home. You want to keep working because you need to take care of your family. So they'll just transfer you somewhere else, man. Yeah, expert said, yeah, Pat, it's labor work. Yeah, it's labor work. Yeah, you get on your feet. It's cool. It's blue collar work, man. So yeah, you stand on your feet, but you'll be all right. In the beginning, you'll be sore, but after a while, you'll adapt to it. You won't have no problems. And Fox said, I'm thinking about Honduras. also for 2020. Yeah, you definitely gotta check that place out. I remember back in the day, Left Eye from TLC, she used to go there all the time, man. I think her family was from there or something. The Left Eye from TLC used to go there all the time to Honduras all the time back in the day. And she really put that country on the map. Then Alaska Pap say, yeah, I know, expat at large. I called the HR, they told me they asked who wants to stay after the contract is up. Yeah, you tell them I'm going to stay. Yeah, you just stay up there, Pat. And if they see you enough and you work hard enough, they'll put you at one of their other contract places. Even you working in Kodiak, Alaska is good. Just try to stay away from the bars and the restaurants so you won't spend your money. Expat said, but I want to stay in St. Paul, they will transfer you. Yeah, the expat. I mean, Alaska Pat says standing on feet, lifting fish ain't hard work. Nurses work harder, in my opinion. Oh man, Pat, Alaska Pat, you about to find out. Oh, they work hard. You'll see. And even if the work is not hard, what gets you is just the repetitive work, whatever work they give you. That's why when you go there to Alaska, try to learn all you can because the work is repetitive. They'll give you the same job over and over. But if you know more, how to do more things, they'll move you around, so it'll be a little easier for you. But the work is I'm not gonna say hard, but demanding because you're just consistent day in and day out doing the same thing. You'll see what we're talking about. And Fox said there is a large Afro-Latin community in. Oh yeah, a lot of Afro Latinos in Honduras. I see them all the time making transatlantic leaves to go back to Honduras. Expat Laura said, "Oh no, it's hard when you're working a freezer blast." Oh yeah, expat is right. If you're working in the freezers, you'll see. You'll see, Pat. Alaska Pat. Alaska Pat, you'll see. Alaska Pat said freezer blast, lots of laughs. Yeah, it's a cold freezer, man. They can't buy people to work in there, man. Like if you do them jobs like that, they'll see your hard work and you'll move up pretty fast. Expat at large said, I'm sure there is but I know you ain't traveling just to find the afros. Lots of laughs. He said, I'm sure there is, Fox, but I know you're not traveling just to find the afros. Lots of laughs. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, expat at large, you crazy, man. You crazy. You were crazy. What time is it, man? This is what time it is. Because I'm out here in Playa del Carmen. It's a couple of hours ahead of Los Angeles or the West Coast. Then Fox said, expat at large, St. Paul is the name of Minnesota capital city. St. Paul. It's 2 a.m. here. That's cool. Fox said lots of laughs. Damn, I can't believe it's 5 a.m. here. This is crazy. This is crazy. The expat sorry, yeah, next Minnesota, but I've never been there though. Minnesota's cool. It's a laid back, kick back place. I knew some people that I grew up with in Philly. They end up moving there. They probably still live there now. They end up moving to Minnesota, got some jobs there, did some things. They love Minnesota. I wonder if they still live there. It was back in the day, man. Yes, sir. The Twin Cities. Oh yeah. Expat alert said, I know there's a lots of Somalians there, and it's Minnesota. Park the car from Minnesota. That's what's up. Thank you guys. I think I'm gonna end this live pretty soon. Alaska Pat said I heard Minnesota is colder than Alaska. It's cold, Pat. I don't know how cold, but I know it's cold because it's up there. Expert Lawrence said, I bet the winter is cold there though. And last lab, we have a whole section we call Little Mogadishu. Oh, that's what's up. Expert Lawrence said, name on. That's cool. Well, you guys take care. Well, Fox said, is it? It is, but you don't feel like it. Oh, that's cool. Let's get this video like, guys. I think I'm gonna end this live because where I'm at is 5 a.m. in the morning. And I gotta do another live today. I might have a surprise guest, maybe, if she shows up. But I'm gonna end this live today. It was good talking with you guys. I found out a lot of stuff I didn't know. That Singapore has the strongest passport, unbelievable. The next petty lawyer said I heard downtown has walkways downtown underground. Has walkways downtown underground. Fox doesn't have it. You know better than we do. Let us know. Thanks for starting and building connected. So I ain't gonna stay too much longer, guys. I think I'm gonna end this live. I'm gonna end this live, guys. After Fox said, we say, Fox said it's the Skyway. It's above ground and connects all the buildings mostly. That's what's up, guys. But I'm gonna end this live. I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm about to get my sleep on. Gotta go to San Diego in the morning. San Diego. So you guys have a blessed night. I'll be back on in a couple hours because I got to do a live around like 4 p.m. today. So I'm gonna rest up a little bit, and we'll keep doing our thing, man. Appreciate you guys for all the support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for everything. Talks, the conversation. You guys are the best, man. For sure, stay up and be safe. That's what expat at large said. So all you guys have a good night. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll do a live in a couple hours around 4 p.m. today. Apply to CARMEN time. So you guys take care. Miss Grace, thank you for subscribing to the channel. And I just thank you all. And then like that Lord said, peace out, y'all. So you guys have a good night, everybody. Alaska Pat said peace. And I'll talk to you guys in a couple more hours with another live. Touche. If I said want to talk, good talking, brother. You have a good one. You guys take care, man. Peace out. We'll do another live in a couple hours.